Yo, yo, yo. Polo fan, modulus tautology, playing around on the mixing tip. Hopefully I don't get no copyright claim. Like, it's only a quick loop, you know what I'm saying? I'm mixing it into something different. Or trying to, you know. Welcome to another episode. No, I don't call these episodes. Sound like the record skipping, right? Yeah. I need to change up the Colombians to who's ice after right now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the Colombians. You know what I'm saying? The Venezuelans, right? Oh no. I forgot about the Somalians, right? Somalians be on some. That's why Somalians be on some. That's why Somalians be on some. Yo, this is Volo Than Modulus Tautology. It's like I just was like, let me go live. I can control the volumes on things now, and I just wanted to share a thought or two with y'all. I ain't gonna be on here long. It's not a game show, yo. I want me to be serious. And right here, I had to share this still, right? Shout out to Black Squad, first of all. Detroit HDTV. He's been MIA for a little while. And who else we got? Oh, my new fan. I'm a new fan of my new group, the Water God. At the Water God. But I'm not sharing none of their stuff today. I just figured I get shouts out to them because I see the Euro review on YouTube, and I'm number one on my viewing is watching my own channel. I don't know how BGS became two. I really don't watch BGS like that. I do watch Spawn Wave. Spawn Wave came in fifth, and you know, yeah, I got the swearing in it right now because this show right here, I'm gonna be a little, I'm going a little mature today. I'm gonna share a little bit of the Nintendo 64 mature games. So I'm gonna share a little bit of them, but I am going to share some other stuff as well. Oh, I'm good. How y'all doing out there? You know, I'm getting a lot of echo. So, I'm still got to figure out how to use this. This one, it's not on. That's gonna make it worse. So I don't know. This ain't the most. Oh, I just had a touch on it. That's how you know I'm dealing with some Chinese mixing board today. Let's do the applause. Welcome to another program, and as you can see, I'm sharing the disjointed sets again. If we was to really look at politics or anything as being disjointed sets, you see I got the Democrats as the blue set right there. The Republicans I'm covering them up right now with Not a Game Show, yo. And then the Independent Party. Wow, that's where I got to see it at the Black Squad. I got the Foundation of Black Americans. You know, my part of town. It's different. Like them Democrats, you see, I got the Biden era and the whole 1984. This is 1984. That book. And all the hypocrisy of what's going on with the Democratic Party. I mean, Governor Newsom the other day, and I shared that. I'm not sharing that today, where he was trying to justify Biden leaving the borders open. And I mean, at this point, it's like, come on, man, you got to stop talking to the people like they stupid. But they talking to their voters. Yeah, they talking to their own voters like they stupid. And that's where a lot of my newfound friends on Facebook. I'm still trying to grow my YouTube. It's like, yo, we got to stop this. This is it's irritating. It's very irritating. This. Let me come off this loop right here. This is a loop, you know. Yeah. Where that beat from? Guess where that from? That's some Ghostface Killer right there. I don't know who made the beat, but this is Ghostface rapping to this joint if I let it flow. But like I was saying, I hope my thing ain't paused out. I'm showing here them as disjointed sets. So we have to start looking at it on that aspect of it. Eric, your name's slipping me right now. I'm a new fan of his. I'm hoping, to shout out to him. He keeps, because I think he was the one that had the question on, because he observed that a lot of people that's saying that they're independent is actually Democrats. And that's where we have to start looking at ourselves as being independent of those two other political parties. Then we can start identifying who we are. That's why I'm putting this as V1 FBAs, Black First, Foundational Black Americans. Like, that's what we mean when we say black. That's not to hate the black Ethiopian monks. I tried sharing how back in the day that one of the first saints, because Halloween is the 31st, All Saints Day is the 1st of November. And I tried to share and spark up a conversation about an Ethiopian monk who is considered one of the first black saints. And it's like, nobody want to rap about it because, we all caught up in, the title that I put for the show today. What did I put as the title? Let me see here real quick. This is actually hysterical. The title that I put down, Polyandrous lies are yang, pause, rated mature. Right? Let me read that again. Because you can see I'm doing this as an acronym. It's play, pause, rated mature. Polyandrous lies are yang, pause, rated mature. Polyandrous is a woman that has multiple husbands. In that community that we not allowed to point at, the same thing is true for Don Lemon having multiple husbands. It's still polyandrous. He's a polyandrous, right? Unless he's, bi, then he's, freakazoid. Freakazoid. Like, that's why this is mature. It's what do we teach the seeds? That it's okay to have multiple wives. And that's what the Superman movie was actually about, ironically. That's why I'm laughing at everybody that's like hating that movie, because at one point they threw a can and hit Superman in the back of the head like a punk. All because Lex Luthor convinced the world that he was here to have polygamous or multiple wives, a harem. He's supposed to have a harem, is how they put it on there. which is mature. It's a mature kind of conversation to have with the children. That's why the movie was PG-13, but they use harem instead of polygamous. Is it polygamous for men? I guess a man with many wives. Uh, so a woman with many wives was also be polygamous, I guess, or something like that. You know, if we was to really, follow the quote unquote gay marriage laws. These are the gay marriage laws that made created by Barack Obama and made popular by Joe Biden. So, and that's what they did. And of course, they would, they can't put that blame on Trump, but they trying to put they're going to say that the judge, I mean that's why that governor was real hypocritical of California, because they're trying to prop him up to run for presidency in 2020. What is it, 8? And that's hilarious because he tries to give credit to Biden for closing the borders 6 months prior to Trump coming back in. Like, now you want to try to take credit away from Trump for, you know what I mean? And, they're trying to, still talk about the xenophobia that's related to the homo and trans. That's why I say homo, trans, xenophobia is the new racism in a form called white supremacy, systemicism, or it's a systemic thing that these Democrats then created and want to point at the intelligent people talking about we're speaking colloquial rhetoric when it's actually them. And that's what I'm going to share with y'all in a minute, right? So let me prop it up a little bit, and I kind of like that loop right there. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Come out of that. So yeah, that's something new that I'm bringing to the table. Oh, it's still running? Okay, cool. That's something I'm bringing new to the table because I'm gonna start DJing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Sharing some real hip hop, fair use, and everything. And it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, and I can't wait for the team to join me soon.
Do you believe in heaven or hell? The legend of Bell. You either dead or in jail. Checking for mail.
What do you believe in? Heaven or hell? Heaven or hell? What do you believe in? Heaven or hell? That's that rail right there. That's that rail right there. So let me hit this button right here. Let's see what we're doing here. Is that still going in the background? Oh, that went dead. Let's see if we can get that to work up again. Let's see if we can get that to work up again. So having fun, and I'm gonna run a little bit of Nintendo 64 games in the background, and that's Perfect Dark right there. Yeah, and I'm gonna come out of that. Let me come out of that completely right now. See how that sounds. And then I'm gonna throw some overlay on this. See, I'm trying things out. See how I'm gonna get it to look and everything. That's one of the main things that I'm doing with this. I'm not even really timing myself, so we'll see how it goes.
Why the big hurry?
You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be Pancho is one of my Islanders, so he's going to host the show today. All right, get it. I got to put some words over him or something next time. So this is Perfect Dark. I think I could turn it up some. Maybe. Oh no, this is actually running off the TV. See, these are things I gotta figure out the wiring and everything.
How will I recognize it?
We don't have an image record, and we can't find any official files. All we have is the name. Good luck.
think it's running off the TV. Yeah, it's running off the TV. Perfect Dark. Now, I don't know why this game is rated mature. Like maybe because she's a little lesbo-ish, I think. She likes the ladies. And that might be a little taboo back in 1987 or whatever, that when this came out. So that's probably why it's rated mature. But to each his own. We'll figure it out. I'm sure she doesn't have a harem of women. But when you talk like that, now the algorithm attacks you.
Why the big hurry?
Because it's not for kids. And, we'll figure all this out.
Are they all expendable?
Let's see if I can find this program. And then that way. It looks like Border God is online live right now.
What's the target location?
And talking about 1921 Black Wall Street. And I'm not going to share you today, fam. I might share that later on. What I wanted to share in my history is over here. Let me find it. As Perfect Dark is playing a little bit in the background. See if I can find it. And I'm going to start here. So I'm going to start here. And we'll figure this out. I'm having fun. Are y'all having fun? I know y'all interested in seeing what I'm about to rap about. Because this is going to be Patrice Cullors. She is one of the original Black Lives Matter, quote unquote, leaders. And we'll see how it goes.
Why the big hurry?
Let me pause that. That way, I gotta hit this button over here. And that way, I can just hit play and see how it flows, right? Fair use. There it is. Original video. This is Black Lives Matter before there was Black Lives Matter.
I decided to use the second version of this update. And I don't mean it because I like this one, but a lot of things that you talk about bringing up the symptom and I'm saying a full problem. And so a lot of issues that what she was talking about, like when I was, I'm young, but I'm considered, 80s baby, I grew up in the 90s and the 80s. And it's true, when I was coming up, it was mostly sexualization, like rap videos, boys and girls having sex, you see, especially, girls pregnant when you're in high school. That relates to why now, these kids now, what are their parents doing? When you had a 14-year-old mother, and now you're 14 years old, your mother's only 28, or what kind of mother are you going to get, and not to mention is the father there? We talk about the community, that's the issue as well as, well, you got this 14-year-old girl as her mother, but her mother's a single mom, and her attitude could be very adversarial. It could be, hey, I was a single mom, I made it. You got to be a single mom. I'm not going to help you. No, you need to struggle how I struggle. Because I struggled. I was 14. I first had 14. Now you're 14. Now you got to struggle. I did. You don't see the uncles coming out to be supportive to help this young sister raise her son. And so, especially when you bring up subjects like homosexuality and the homosexualization, the intimidation of the black male, there's a lot of social and chemical elements that, I don't discuss, I don't see. Because you look at chemically, accusations being put in our water. They put chemicals in the water that have been shown to reduce homosexualization. That's a huge element because you look at then the blacklining of where black people can live. They force black people to live in certain communities, and they deplete the resources in those communities, and they affect those resources, they affect the food that come in, and that can chemically induce homosexuality. As well as a young boy being raised by a single mom, there's certain feminization that's going to happen because you got a single mom raising you. She got, when you got to go to the bathroom in public, you got to take these women room with her. Because where else can she take it? She can't take it to the bathroom. when she's gonna go out shopping, she's gotta take you with her. So you're going with her bra shopping, you're going with her panty shopping, you're going with her when she's getting her feminine clothes, feminine outfits. You start trying on the shoes that are there. And there's a lot more going on that reflects on this. And I see that I want to see that as being part of this discussion, because you got to realize that, as was mentioned, this started decades ago. This started, when you started bringing crack in the communities, you get mothers, fathers and fathers, families breaking up, single parenthood and young sexualization of our women back in the 80s. You have young girls getting sexualized, having kids younger, and that's where generation for generation, seeing between when my mom was coming up, you could hear it in the 60s and 70s, and that's that black family unit was a much stronger family unit, and that's where you see that the war on drugs can kind of come in, and there's a lot of elements, and so I'm
gonna share a link in the whole video, because this is the whole video, and in the description, and so you can go see for yourself. Psychobabble, psychologic, right? She's trying to be psychological, psychologic, and this is the woman of the three. It's three of them. She's a lesbian, right? I guess, right? Or actually, she might have children, so she's bi. Sexual deviancy, right? But we can't call it that anymore. Like a woman with multiple husbands and wives or whatever is a multi-partner fertilization now. And I can't understand it. But I see her, and they put her at the leadership with, the three women as the leadership of Black Lives Matter. They made millions upon millions of dollars. And oh dang, was that the heater? That's what that was, the heater. I gotta turn the heat off when I get online. I go back to her. Let's just share some more.
I'm happy for this. I'm happy to see here. This is a brand excellent place to start. I want to see it as we take the videos and move on, as we get the community come together and address all of these with a place that I think, I just want to see acceptance of this. I just want to see a little more understanding that some of these boys and girls are victims of a large system as a whole. And I personally think acceptance mean? You can accept. You don't have to say that you're going to promote it. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to accept it. Against. We're against it. I can tell you are against it. Okay, we're not going to accept it. We're not going to accept anybody who accepts it. What are you trying to get them to accept? Homosexuality. Not necessarily just saying it. Doesn't just saying accepting homosexuality. Not just accepting homosexuality. So accepting homosexuality and what else? No. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, what are you saying? What I'm saying is that accepting the full system, everything that's happening to everybody, and seeing what's the system? Straight like crack. Do we accept crack dealers in our community? No, sir. Are we going to accept homosexuality in our community? No, sir. Are we going to accept pedophiles in our community? No, sir. So your interests here are no longer useless. So what do you want to do? We can stop. You can stop. You can stop right here. But you might be misinterpreted, but you got a choice. You can stop. Go ahead.
So today it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. You have to include the homosexual, right? You have to include the trans. You have to include the xenos. Yeah, it's the thing. I want to say, I know some people. I don't even know if that's right. This is what happens. Homosexuals send in planes to disrupt and take us off of what we're talking about. So we have a whole list of videos that goes on everything she was talking about the criminalization of the black male. We have racism. Everything she's talking about already exists in terms of that. What we did here, and I'm kind of glad that happened, because we got to understand something. First of all, if you were listening to it from the very beginning, it was obvious where she was going. She might not have heard it. Yeah, that's right. But
You don't want to jump out in front because other brothers and sisters might not know where it's going. So you got to be patient and wait for them to explode.
There it is. There it is. And whatever. And I remember seeing that video when it first came out. Which is, you know, the way we combated back against that. And it's so I knew from the beginning how the game was being played, right? You know what I'm saying? How the game was being played. Let me see how that looks on here. Okay. Looks like I got one viewer. So I wanted to share that to I love this game. It's a lead in, but I wanted to lead into something else. And let's go right. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna share a little bit of Professor Black Truth first. And then I'm gonna go into Tree of Knowledge. Because Tree of Knowledge was the one that led me to that video. And I didn't mean to hit that button. Let's come out. Having fun. So that's Perfect Dark. And then Forsaken's another one. This is a dark game. Let's you know, there it is. See how the music sounds. All right, so I'm gonna share this other video next, Professor Black Truth, and fair use. You know, it is what it is.
Originally, I wasn't even going to take on this subject at all. Yeah, I had heard about Joe Biden's little meeting with those civil rights retreads and how Joe Biden had some choice words to say, mostly about what he wasn't going to do for black folks. Yeah, I'd heard about it earlier today, but I wasn't going to say anything about it because A, it wasn't saying anything we didn't already know. It just had Biden saying what we already said he was going to tell everyone. But because of the fact that so many of you made a deal out of it, I decided I might as well go ahead and make some comments of my own. First of all, I don't think that this audio was leaked at all. There's nothing in it that's going to be detrimental to Biden, especially not with the core constituency that he's trying to appeal to, which is the casual racist read white moderates. You listen to the quality of the audio, especially on Biden's end, it sounded like he was in a freaking sound booth. That didn't sound like a Zoom call at all. No, to me, if at first blush, if I had to give my immediate reaction, I would look and say this wasn't leaked at all. If it was leaked by anyone, it was leaked by the Biden administration. They're the ones who leaked it because it's completely advantageous to what he wants. He wanted to get, if he was trying to deliberately put the message out there, I am not in favor of defund the police. I'm pushing back against it hard. Look how hard I'm pushing it. These civil rights guys, I told them defund the police. That's killing us. We want accountability. He didn't say anything even close to, well, we need to cut back on police funding. He didn't say anything along the lines of, well, I told the cops that I would give them $300 million, but I have to rethink some of that. No, instead, he just did the same old line about, well, there needs to be some sort of commission, but defund the police, well, that killed us across the country, which is a lie, by the way. It's the Democrats trying to come up with the scapegoat. Democrats have been losing political races, especially on Biden's watch, since 2010. Obama only had the House and Senate for the first 2 years of his administration. As soon as the 2010 midterms came, they dang near lost both of them. They lost the Senate. So last time I checked, there wasn't defund the police as a movement. There wasn't even Black Lives Matters. They lost in 2016. Is that because of defund the police? Defund the police wasn't even a thing until 2020. What about the 2018 midterms? Democrats been losing ground for a damn long time. But look at Biden. Defund the police. It's defund the police, you see. No, this audio to me smells as if it was deliberately put out there by the Biden camp. He wanted to show those casual racists that he's pushing back against black folks. This audio has been posted on a website called The Intercept. And apparently somebody gave it to them. But again, they only put up small snippets of it. But this is not anything we don't already know, though it does prove a point that we've been trying to say to some of these hardheads all along. Biden hasn't even been sworn in yet. It's been barely a month since he was selected, elected, whatever. And this dude is snapping and biting and yelling at black people and telling black folks what he isn't going to do and what he can't do and don't expect anything. Oh, yeah, he's got black people's backs all right. All you black folks who thought you were being slick and clever saying, oh, we're going to vote for Biden and he going to do something for black folks because he going to feel like he has to. You guys are complete idiots. This is the reason why it's not a victimless crime to be politically unsophisticated and to be politically gullible. To be an idiot is not a victimless crime, especially when it comes to the very real consequences that come out of elections. I remember that woman who called into Jason's broadcast saying that Biden is gonna do stuff for black folks because he saw what happened this year. People got turned up and Biden's gonna be scared. He knows better. He gonna do because he's gonna be worried. He gonna be scared of what might happen if he don't. And as I told you, and as all the other thought leaders of the new black media have been telling you, once you elect Biden, that's it. He got what he wanted when you voted for him, because what that meant was you're going to sit back and see what he does. And all you morons who thought that it was cute to make excuses for it, this is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. Well, enough of the wind-up. Let's get to the pitch. Let's hear what Biden had to say when it comes to America's changing demographics.
By 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Did you get that? Not just his words, but his tone of voice. First of all, that old decrepit black-brown alliance nonsense, except he ain't talking about no black-brown alliance. What he's talking about is, well, as black people, just understand you're going to be in third or fourth place. Nobody was saying to anyone else that, hey, black people are the second largest ethnic group in the country, and because of that, everybody needs to learn how to work with black people. You better start working with black people and getting along with black people. Nobody was saying that. Instead, black people were being told, well, you need to be considerate of everybody else, because after all, slavery and oppression and blah, blah, blah. And what would Dr. King say? But now they think to themselves that demographically, they have political cover now to say, well, we don't have to really be concerned about black people because after all, Hispanics outnumber them. And why we have to do the greatest good for the greatest number. And well, black people just need to understand. You might want to start reaching out to Hispanics and asking them what you can do to get in their good graces. So you see now that the last few weeks, everyone from Eva Longoria to what's his name, Andrew Yang, whatever the hell his name is, these people who have been saying that they were the ones who delivered the White House instead of black people, and the fact that the Biden incoming presidency hasn't pushed back against it, now you see why. This is all about making sure, okay, now that black people were dumb enough to go along with this con game, it's time to go ahead and usher in your complete and thorough irrelevance and obsolescence. This has been about supplanting and replacing black people across the board. This has been about making sure that black people are invalidated as a group. And there's a lot of you dumb folks who went right along with it, and now you see Biden's just coming out and saying it. They're just coming out and saying it. Now you've put him in a position where he can go ahead and prepare what the counteroffensive against black people is going to be. And he's already said, as far as Hispanics go, hey, when black people were, at least according to the census, outnumbering Hispanics. Nobody went to the Hispanics and said, you got to learn how to work with black people. They outnumber you. They have since the founding of the country. You got to learn how to work with black folks. Nope. Wasn't saying that's Hispanics, but he's telling black folks, you need to learn how to work with, which is code for, you need to learn how to take orders from. And that's what they're saying. The same thing we told you has been going on, that they've been planning this doggone mess, and that the only thing that was going to happen was Biden was not going to be thankful to black people. His entire plan, the left arm of white supremacy was, as soon as black people showed that we're back on the treadmill, here they go kicking us in the teeth. This,
I mean, and the fact that I was seeing it for the whole 4 years, you know, I got fired from my job and replaced with an immigrant. And he was a good dude. I ain't got beef with him and nothing like that. That's the part that I'm you know, trying to help people understand. Like, I ain't got beef with them, but that's exactly what they did. It was, you know, you're not the manager anymore. We're going back to Filippo, or, you know, or Muhammad, or anybody except for you, foundational Black American, and anybody except for you is now going to be, yeah, there's someone that was already on the other side, and they already was in on jumping from ship to ship to ship because they already achieved that level of district, regional, whatever it is, you know. So they was able to, you know, hey, they saw the ship falling, and, you know, it might have been, hey, let me go so that the ship is going down, go somewhere else, Charles. It's reset button again, right? All that 15 years or whatever of you experience gone, right? Of meritocracy, right? Because that's what it was allegedly under Trump, was a meritocracy, and then Biden came back in with his cronies, cronyism, right? So the Biden cronies took over, and they did what they did, you know? So it's like, what does that have to do with Black Lives Matter? Because Black Lives Matter was the front.
And the earth,
so
a wasteland, mastered
we
by
can go back to
machines.
truth. I mean, what's her name? Should I share this first one? Let me share this first one.
The barbaric, the truly forsaken.
The truly forsaken, right?
Foolish enough to live back to the once blue planet. Their goal.
This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to another video of me exposing Black Lives Matter for the hypocrisy that it is, as well as exposing it as a Black racist LGBT group and not a pro-Black movement. So let's begin. In the comments section of the first video that I uploaded titled "Ex-Cop Defends Black Lives Matter and Gets Owned," the number one question I'm asked is, if Black Lives Matter is a homosexual organization, why does the Black community support it? Or I'm also asked if I can explain in detail why I said that Black Lives Matter is a racist Black LGBT group in disguise. Now, before I begin to address these questions, it is important that you know and understand the Black community from the past to the present. So I'm going to give you a lot of information relative to the original Black family unit, pro-Black groups, the rise of Black-on-Black crime, and then move on to Black Lives Matter. So this subject will be filled with so much information that I will have to break it down into 2 videos. But I promise you, once I'm done, not only will you understand why Black Lives Matter is a Black racist LGBT organization, but you'll also see how it will ultimately destroy the Black community. So let's begin. Today, the Black community believes that racism is the reason for the decline for the traditional Black family, but this isn't true. According to American economist and political philosopher Thomas Sowell, the Black family survived centuries of slavery and generation of Jim Crow, where most Black children grew up in homes with 2 parents. In fact, when Blacks were just 1 generation out of slavery, the census data of that era showed that slightly higher percentage of Black adults had married more than white adults. Here's some other statistics to consider. In 1950, 70% of all Black men and 81% of all Black women had been married. Every census from 1890 to 1950 showed that Black labor force percentage rates were higher than those of whites. Prior to the 1960s, the unemployment rate for Black 16 and 17-year-olds were under 10%. Before 1960, the number of teenage pregnancies had been decreasing, Both poverty and dependency were declining, and Black incomes were rising in both complete and relative terms to white incomes. And finally, in 1965, 76.4% of Black children were born to married women. So what happened? Feminism happened. Feminism is the reason for the decline of traditional Black families. And thanks to the 3 Black lesbian feminists who created the Black Lives Matter movement, the traditional Black family as we know it will be completely destroyed in the coming years.
Over 70% of Black children are growing up in single parent homes. It's like check mate. Hold on. I gotta do this. I gotta do the what's the name laugh with this one. Hold on. Check that's how ain't the devil happy, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Y'all I ain't got time for it no more. And then it's the same retreading of you know, it goes right back to Oprah Winfrey, even Jay-Z. That was the one, but and I can't blame Tim Black for that. Stephen A. Smith, you know, it's we know the front, you know, and their same movement of try to get us to go back to the Democratic. Like, dude, let me see if I can find that. That's what I want to do. Let me see if I can find that. Because that'd be the one right there. If I can find that right there. Let me see here. Let's see here. Search. Eric Sermon. Eric. 1, 2, 3. The crew is called BDP. And if you want to go to the Trick Tribe, stop the violence in hip hop. Why, oh, friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Yo, he got some new stuff out. We will be back. Hold on, let me see here. Is that playing? Let me see here.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Is that it? Nah. Now I gotta find it. The wave. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yo, I like Eric. This album here, this is Vernia. I'm trying to find the song.
I know you're gonna dig this.
That's not it. No, it's not. Nope, that's not it. There it is, right there. There it is. Yeah. Yo, make sure y'all check out Eric Sermon. I got EPMD 3rd, and Eric Sermon might be right. He lyrically, he's on that. Yo. Let me see if I can. Now I got to find the verse. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm out. I've already been on too long. I mean, probably copyright me, claim me for sharing this right here. Where's that go? Ain't got no lyrics to it.
Check. Get ready, set. Some of y'all still not ready yet, huh? It's great, cause Trump's just a man, he's human. He can't stop nothing that God is doing.
Trump's just a man, he's human. He can't stop nothing that God is doing. Did y'all hear that? Let me do that one more time. because he said it. This was. I heard this track maybe 6 years ago.
Sit down, be humble, word to Kendrick. Who care if they offended? Your fears, you face them. All doubts, erase them. Your dreams, you chase them.
Don't tell me that you ride for your niggas and you'll die for your niggas and your that I heard you just say.
Sit down, be humble, word to Kendrick. Who care if they offended? Stop nothing that God is doing.
There it is.
And wait till America's great. Cause Trump just a man, he's human.
He can't stop nothing that God is doing. So stop the doing.
And go be the spirit. Tell a hater, sit down, be humble, word to Kendrick.
Be humble, word to Kendrick. One God, our Father, all the time. Hip hop life. Mother love. There's nothing more precious than mother love. So, you know, we got to stop allowing them to lie to us about our real culture. Hip hop is our real culture, and all they doing is misrepresenting us. Like, 'cause, I mean, for the past 4 years, I've been saying that LGBTQIA+ .pdf files is not hip hop, and people get offended and get mad at me and then call me HOMOTRANXENO phobic. And it's like, what in the world? Like, nah, dude, I ain't scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared to punch you in the mouth. Nah, I ain't scared to punch you in the mouth, but I ain't all about that. I'm all about peace, love, community, having fun, right? I'm not here to hate nobody, right? The Messiah said, love everyone, even your enemy, right? So that's what I do. I'm not trying to die on that cross, right? I'm trying to live and enjoy each day that he gives, that God gives. So love God, our Father, all the time. Hip hop life, one love, mother love. It's supposed to be the most precious love in the physical realm here. And a lot of y'all mothers is training your boys to be girls and your girls to be boys, and that poop is whack. So stop all that. That's God is love. Hip hop is life. Time is precious, right? Get your character class right. I'll be back with more character class, and I'll share the other videos. But I'm trying to stay away from religion, politics, and right. This was supposed to be the mature. This was supposed to have been the mature, video where I shared a bunch of N64 games that's rated M, and but then y'all want to act like that rainbow stuff isn't a part of what's supposed to be not for the children, right? That's why I'm tagging this not for the children. This isn't for the children, right? Hip hop is supposed to be for the children, and that's a strong relationship with the mother and father. But if y'all want to be at war with with the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man, right? Like, what about the women? Yes, the women are included in that. All of the mothers is nothing more precious than the mother love, and the children are the miracle. So y'all want to talk about some Tish going after Trump, and all she talking about is how she's proud to go down to Planned Parenthood, and so she's going to go after Trump neck for having a harem. Like, what? Being very hypocritical of all the different babies that she done had deleted. Very hypocritical, right? She should be arrested for murder. I'm just keeping it 100% real with you, right? It's very hypocritical what they allowed to happen, all over money, which is nothing more than that fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist, because it's hip hop that's the art of making the most out of life. Still, God forgives. Compassion is harmony, happiness, and peace be unto you all. I'll be back. I might do another video in an hour. We'll see. Peace. Hold on, let me come out of this first. That's what I got to do.
Because I come out of that. Put this up, maybe. Already came out of that. Having fun with it. Live. Okay, I did an hour. I ain't mean to do that long. All right. Peace.